was so excited, and then this happened. Cain had another episode and ended up back in hospital at Prince Charles in Brisbane. Hi Kay, we haven't been on here for probably nearly a week. Yeah, bit of an update. The detour back to Queensland has become a long detour.
It has become a long detour. It's more like a few month or 4 month stopover.
So what's happened in the last week, Cain, that's changed all of our plans?
Cain's heart has decided that it doesn't want to play the game and has laid him up for a little bit. So I said, I look fine. I'm getting much better as I go. But yeah, it's just, I've been told that I've got to stick around in Brisbane to let my medications settle down. Then they're going to look at some ablations of the heart, see if they can do some sort of repairs, and hopefully that sort of helps me moving forward back into the future. So sort of just took a bit of sting out of me for a little bit. Hopefully I'm back up and going soon. So
probably not going to do a lot of filming between now and then unless we actually do something interesting. Although tomorrow we might do a little bit, because we're actually doing what we planned to come back here for, and the car's getting its suspension upgrade. So that will be a little bit exciting. We will actually have new suspension and we'll be getting new tyres. So the car will be ready to rock and roll. We're just going to get him ready.
Who would have thought Queensland Transport would actually have saved my life? Because I would have probably been, if this happened in the Grampians or down at Wilson Prom somewhere, you know, very remote, could have been very, could have had a completely different result for me. So in
the end, we were actually at Cain's cousin's place, 5 minutes from the hospital, that knows everything Cain's history, and oh my god, it was so much easier dealing with people who actually knew him and knew his story.
My history records is about 2 inches thick.
Well, it's been
1997
years, so yeah, we walked in, they went, Cain Bennett, we know him. Oh, sorry, didn't mean to beep the horn then. But yeah, so yeah, that's our story, and hopefully we are back on here sooner rather than later.
And I get a bit of my jovial self back. Well, we've finally made it to what we were originally coming to Queensland for, which is to get the suspension. We're about to drop it into TJM. And hopefully we get it back this afternoon at 4 o'clock, all good to go. Driver's doing really well.
We're stuffed.
Turn left, then your destination will be on the right.
So we dropped off the car and then we spent the day in Toowoomba. We actually went out to Mamarin and picked up some stuff out of our van, and then we spent a little bit of time shopping, and Cain had to amuse himself while I was trying on some clothes. Well, thank you TJM Toowoomba. We have now new suspension. We have Lovell's suspension and we have a small GVM upgrade. So we are set to go. We just got to get Cain better now. Now we need to give a big shout out to Cain's cousin and her family for letting us stay with them in Brisbane. We came for one night and we ended up staying a lot longer. Now, I also thought we probably should do a bit of an update of what Cain's up to at the moment. So what are you doing, Cain?
Writing a book.
How's your health going?
Oh, look, it's going well. I've got a hospital checkup this Thursday, and hopefully some heart ablations booked in on the 10th, 11th of July. So I'll find out more on Thursday.
So hopefully only about another 2 months.
That's right. I got 2 months to finish
your book up.
So I've got my next heart checkup. We're heading there now. Traffic's a bit banked up. Got trusty driver. Trusty driver, and yeah, bit surprised that the old traffic's backed up this time of the day. Hopefully I find out some more info. I do have ablations booked in July, and all going well, should be back on the road sometime August, certainly by the end of August. Happy days.
Fingers crossed. You'll notice throughout this episode that we use a lot of mobile phone or Instagram footage. It's purely because it was a really trying time for Cain and I, and we really didn't feel like pulling out the GoPro. We tried to share as much as we can with you, so we've got all that footage together, and this is the best way that we were able to capture it and share it with all of you. How to know you're missing camping? Cain, what can we do for shade?
Nothing. I wished I had a couple of pegs here and had the rug so I could make a little shelter.
So you want to go camping at footy?
Yes.
Happy Saturday! Having a good day at footy, Cain?
It's a pretty good day at footy.
It's a very close game, so his nerves are on edge. We got 1 quarter to go. But yeah, nice sunny day down in the old Gold Coast. So come and check it out and watch a bit of footy.
I travel with a ventricular tachycardia. So I have a defibrillator which treats a high heart rate or a very fast heart rhythm when I go into it. I take a lot of medication to help keep it out of that heart rhythm. And this here will give me a shock should it get into that heart rhythm. Because I've had it for 25 years, the shocks and therapies I've had from this have also now hurt the heart and it doesn't beat as well. So I also take medication for the beating side of the heart as well. So it's not a good looking heart, but I'm a good looking fella.
So, have you found any difficulties travelling with a heart condition compared to being at home?
Look, probably the biggest one is having to explain every time I see someone new about the condition. They all just say, oh, what have you got? How'd you get that? And it's sort of over and over again. It's like an echo in my head, see. So that's probably the biggest one. Where I'm home, I see my normal doctor. I've got my normal specialists on hand, whereas when I'm away, as I had an instance down in Hobart, I had to go into the emergency for treat the VT where they had to pace me out of it. And then they have a lot of questions to ask, which it'd be really nice if they discuss it with my Prince Charles Hospital team.
Have you had to change anything in our travelling and camping because of having a heart condition that, say, someone who doesn't have a heart condition might not do?
To be honest, I'll be honest here, no. When I'm at work, it's exactly the same thing. So when I was working back in Townsville and that, the condition's still there. See, it never goes anywhere. I do find when I'm travelling, I'm less stressed, so that's a good thing. But that doesn't actually fix it. So, as I said, the only difference is having to explain to new people my condition, what I'm on, all the medication, and that sort of parameters like that. Otherwise, no, I don't really have an issue with that for travelling and working at home.
Would you have any tips to give someone who has maybe a serious medical condition like yours that needs ongoing care for when they head off? If they want to travel, what's some things that they can do?
I've kept my doctor in Townsville, so I do tele calls. As I said, I just explain it to everyone. He knows everything, and he's then the port of call for all the information. So even when I'm down in Hobart or anywhere else, the information should go to him, and then he's able to sort of help out with my condition because it's going through one person, which is awesome. All my medication changes go through him. So I'd probably just recommend trying to have a doctor that you're familiar with, who's familiar with your condition, and keeping that, because you can do telehealth.
Okay, and finally, would you recommend travelling and getting out there when you've got a serious medical condition?
Yeah, look, I'm pretty lucky for the fact that when you look at me now, I look as healthy as any normal person. However, this condition can just come out of nowhere. I get very little warning. I do get a little bit of warning, but very little warning. So it's not like, oh, today I'm, whatever. I'm feeling down, so it might be. It's 20 seconds, 10 seconds, that's sort of about it. But, as I said, it doesn't matter whether I'm working or travelling, and I was in a pretty bad way, just the heart really started to get lazy, so I had a heart transplant assessment. That was a wake-up call for me because they put me on new medication. I felt good and thought, why should I feel good and work when I should feel good and enjoy myself and travel? So that was a real big kick in the ass for me to get out there. We were always going to travel. It just wasn't so soon, and I'm really happy that we have done it because, as I said, why work and get really bad or something happen and I never got the opportunity to travel? Travel first. Kids have left home. We don't have any other responsibilities apart from what we do with our lives, and we want to travel. So that's why we've decided to travel.
Do you mind sharing with everyone? Like, because people have seen a portable defib, but what does it look like?
What's a portable one? An AED. Yeah.
Yes.
Like, I've got an inbuilt one. Mine sits in here. We inbuilt it. It sits here. I've got old leads that were running out of their life, so they left them in there because where I got it done, they couldn't remove them. And the defib sits in a little pocket here. They cut normally the same one. This is my 4th, so they cut the same scar, drop the new one in. We'll remove the old one, drop the new one in. As I said, I got my last one done in Townsville, so the leads were running down on their parameters. So they said, look, I needed new leads, new defib. The old ones are still in there, so it does stick out a little bit more, but like I've had it 25 years. I don't really give a rat's backside about what that looks like. To be honest, I've got a bit of a man-dad bod, so the belly probably takes more focus out of their defib, and the suntan sometimes when you're travelling, and certainly in ours, it's been terrible weather, so she says, Snow White under here. Okay, I'm the interviewer this time, and I'm going to ask a few hard-hitting questions of my wife. Number 1, how do you go raising a husband who has a health condition?
Raising a husband, that's right. I've raised 2 boys and a husband. Probably the hardest thing is making him slow down. A lot of the time he thinks he's as active as everyone else, and sometimes he needs a little bit more rest. So you'll often notice we often talk about taking it easy in the mornings and having rest days, and they're just extra little things that we need to do to make sure that he's not overworked, if you can call that while we're travelling, overstressed.
Look, she is right, but as I said, I generally feel really good. So certain hikes and that I would like to do, some of them are harder. I generally make myself go a little bit slower because some of them I do get heavy chested, so I do feel the heart muscle start to work a little bit harder than it should. We stop, we have a break, I take it easier. So yes, there are those, and she is right. I do need to try and just make myself so much steady on those. Question number 2.
Oh, scary.
I know. Have you been around when your husband's had an incident?
Yes, I've probably been around for most of them. There's only a couple I haven't been. Most of them is scary because of he doesn't like the device going off, so he gets pretty anxious and scared about it going off. The last few times though, he's blacked out, and probably the last time was probably the scariest because it was in the middle of the night and you just wake up to a very horrible sound, and I realised that I don't know what was going on, to tell you the truth. I just shook him, there was no reaction. I was just about to call the ambulance, and then suddenly it was like a pop, and so obviously his defib went off and he was back with me. I think it is daunting and it is scary if you have a serious medical condition, but don't let fear hold you back. Really make your life and just get out there and do it. It is possible.
It's something we do take serious, but we take life just as serious, and living a life is every bit as important as trying to just, sugarcoat yourself and go, have I got the ultimate safety in place? Because I could be laying in a hospital bed, it won't make any difference, and this could happen. So I might as well be out there living it, and then we worry about that when it comes.
And that's what I think we've both decided, we just deal with it.
We're not wasting a good panic.
No, Cain's favourite saying. If you have any other questions that you want to know about Cain, his medical condition, what it's like travelling, put them down below. We would love to have a chat to you and let you know and help you if you want to get out there and travel. Well, be careful what you wish for. Guess what? I got a call up today to do relief teaching, and it's a school that's closest to where we're staying at the moment. So wish me luck. I'm doing preppies today. Woo-hoo. I survived a well-earned Coke at the end of the day though. Preppies definitely give you your run for your money, but they must have liked me because I'm booked again tomorrow. So woohoo, here comes the money. Well, back in my year 2 classroom today. It's meant to be a whole 27 degrees in Brisbane, so I'm going with the shorter dress. So let's see how that goes in the classroom. Hey, it's a teaching day again today, but I don't know if the kids are going to be able to remember my name, seeing the teacher I'm replacing has the same last name. That's going to be a lot of fun today. Well, not the morning I expected to tell you about. I was going to tell you that my preppies were awesome yesterday and I was going back to teach them again today with a pracky. So I was super excited. But got up this morning, got dressed and woke up and wasn't feeling 100%. He feels like his heart's just in low level VT. So I've dropped him at emergency and found a park and we'll go check him out and see how he's going. Life with a heart person, it can change like this. How are you feeling now?
Yeah, good.
Good. Pretty sure you're still in the hospital.
I am as good as one can be when you're sitting in the hospital.
At least you're up in a ward and you don't have as many leads on you.
No, it's at least I don't have VT. That's the big one, first one. I don't care about the leads, it's the VT. No VT.
Thumbs up.
Thumbs up.
Okay, we are back somewhere we love to be. Hey, let me turn you around and we'll show you what we've been doing.
Hello.
Hey, how many times have you been back in here since we've been in Queensland?
3, I think it is. 3 times. I'm like the car, we fix it, but I'm broken. Need fixing.
What's the plan, Dan?
The engine's having some troubles here. The engine's having a lot of troubles. So the plan is they want to do some ablations.
A bit of ablations.
Maybe sooner than later, but we'll just see. At the moment, I've managed to get through yesterday and so far today with having no VT. So I've had VT for the last 6 days, nearly every day, and some of it lasts up to 2 hours. It's low level, so I don't receive shocks for it, but it's very uncomfortable because your heart's racing, but it's beneath the threshold of the shocks, which is good because I don't like the shocks.
And what's happening with our travelling?
Well, it's on hold for a while, and then probably when I get out of here I've got to stick around a little bit for a few months, so we'll probably just do a bit of Queensland until after Christmas and then see if we can get going again based on these ablations, because beyond that is a heart transplant, so then travelling's on hold for a bit then, so hopefully this all works well and I can get back out there and enjoy the great outdoors.
Okay, so we were meant to be going to the Outback Spectacular, but early this morning we came into hospital because that crappy old VT's come back again. My friend actually said to ring Outback Spectacular and see if they would give us a gift card, even though the ticket said that there was no exchanges, refunds or anything like that. And they were really nice. Outback Spectacular, thank you so much. They've given us a gift card so we can actually use the tickets later on when Cain's feeling better. So thank you very much. Sorry, no gift card available now. Hopefully we can use them soon because I really want to go and check it out. But yeah, so Cain's back in hospital and we'll just see how we go from here.
Yeah, going.
What did you get for lunch, Cain?
Banana,
Did they cross anything off this time?
Yes, they did. They crossed off one of my drinks to give me banana. Terrible. Look at
Someone is on today that does not like you having your food.
I know. Crazy, isn't it?
You're on a diet.
I am on a diet. Big fatty boomba.
Want a game, Cain? Any game, Cain? Interested in the game, Cain?
I lose all the games, so no. If I won some games, I would play some games.
He's a sore loser.
My friends, she works up here.
Okay, Cain, heaps of people want to know, you're having an ablation. What is it?
An ablation is a little burning of the heart. They put a tube up in a vein in your groin. I've got to have both sides of mine done because I've got a big lot of scarring, so it's quite extensive. They put that up there and there's a little device on the end that they pinpoint where they believe it is, and it creates more scarring, but it's a little burn that tries to stop these faulty signals getting to the heart, causing these arrhythmias.
And so when they do the ablation, they're hoping to get rid of that fault?
Yeah, they're hoping to try and stop the VT, or at least massively limit it. Mm-hmm. So hopefully that, with the medication I'm on, will work. Only time will tell, but like I said, there's one of the medications I'm on at the moment. It's just got a few side effects that I'm working through, but yeah.
And how long do you think recovery will take?
They told me with mine, because it is fairly extensive, it might be up to an 8-hour sort of operation. A week in hospital afterwards, because obviously if they go up both groins, then I won't be able to walk for a while. Plus I'm on blood thinners, so they do say there'll be bruising. And then 2 to 3 weeks possibly in Brisbane afterwards, just to relax. And then obviously follow-up check-up and that with the doctors.
Okay, we just wanted to say a big thank you to everyone for all your support. They've brought CAIN'S ablation forward. It's going to happen next Tuesday. And thank you for everyone who just reaches out and lets us know. It's a very nice community that we are a part of, and we can't wait to get back out there.
Hoping that's the plan.
That would be really nice.
I'll be honest, it probably won't be this year.
No.
But next year, definitely should be back out there.
Fingers crossed. Tomorrow morning, Cain is going in for his ablation on his heart. It's one of the reasons we've been just sitting here in Brisbane waiting for him to be able to have this done. They say it should be able to help stop the VT. And if it stops the VT, it means that we can get back out on the road and we can get back to doing the things that we're doing, because really that's all that's been stopping us this year, is that his heart keeps going into that VT. So fingers crossed that everything goes well. It's not an easy procedure, but hopefully it goes quick and easy for him. Everything goes the way they planned, and then he's on the road to recovery. And the prognosis sounds really good. It's not going to fix his heart condition, but it might give him some more time to get out and do what we've been loving. Even if we can only go around Queensland for the rest of this year, we don't care. We just want him to be able to enjoy life again, because at the moment he's sort of been sitting there and not being able to participate really in much life. You know, he can write his book, go watch Tom play footy, and that's about it. So fingers crossed everything works out well, and in the next week or so I can give you an update and let you know how it's going. Okay, I know everyone's waiting, but I haven't heard any updates yet. I haven't heard anything from the hospital. So I'm going to give them a ring soon and see, but they did say it could be 8 hours. So if he went in on time around that 8:30, then, his 8 hours is only just coming up soon. So they might be still in there working. Obviously, it's a big job. It's not a little job, so he's going to be pretty exhausted afterwards. But, hoping we hear something soon about Cain. The operation was a success. The cardiologist did over 70 ablations on Cain's heart. However, when he came out, his blood pressure dropped significantly and he had to have a lot of drips and that put in. Feeling a bit better now?
Oh, a little bit better.
A little bit. Are you right there? You're meant to be sick.
I am sick. I am sick, but I got a banana, so I'm better.
Oh, so that's fixed
It has.
Okay, a quick update on Cain. He's doing much better this afternoon. His blood pressure is actually sort of starting to level out. You know, he's hitting a high of 80 and 90, which is pretty good for him at the moment. And he had a little stand-up this afternoon, which was good. He can't move because he's got that many drips and things hooked up to him, but he had a little stand-up. He's eating, not in huge amount of pain, so that is really good. But we need to talk about the tragedy of today. And the tragedy of today is my little thing that holds my watch band in broke. I love my Garmin, but I tell you, that little thing that holds my watch band in, it just never lasts. And I buy new watch bands just to have in hand, and guess where my new watch bands are? In the bloody caravan back in Melmarin. So now I've got to put up with this flappy watch band. Disaster of the day, I tell you. So how are we going today, Cain?
We're getting a really nice beard.
Yes, you need to shave. Are you behaving yourself?
I've been pretty good today, pretty good, you know. I've used the commode 2 times. So pooing's happening, so time for poo jokes.
Excellent. Well, we know you're getting better when we have poo jokes in there. Oh, there you go. You're extra wide now. But, yep, this is Cain's humble abode. Been here 2 weeks nearly.
Two weeks of sussing out, apart from the op and that, but this has nearly been it. Very rarely venture out.
Holiday at the hospital.
Yeah, big tours from here.
So this is our romantic lunch date. What do you reckon? Dinner date. Mine looks nicer than his, but this is our life at the moment.
Yeah, this isn't living Barry.
No, definitely not. We're devastated. The doctors told Cain that his travelling days are done, that he is only going to be a metro traveller. We don't know how we're going to deal with this and what our travelling days are going to look like. So come along on our journey as we discover this new part of our lives. Hey everyone, just want to say haven't been on here for a little while. As you know, it's been a bit of a hard week, some news we didn't want to hear, but we're both doing well. We're getting there. We're trying to work out what our life is going to look like now. But on the top side, we need to say a huge thank you to everyone. We love this community and everyone reaching out, giving us different ideas, encouraging us to stay positive, and so that's been wonderful. So thank you very much. We really appreciate it. Okay, so everyone's been asking for an update on Cain. How you going?
Fantastic. Look at me. I'm ready to go.
So where are we then?
In the same place. My cousins in Brisbane.
So what are our plans? This is the $1 million question. I think we get asked this about nearly every second day.
It's like, how long's a bit of string? I don't have any information, so I can't really tell people what we're doing, except that I'm still in Brisbane.
All we get is like Cain's last checkup was don't leave Brisbane, you got another checkup next week. And so we wait 3 weeks till we have that checkup. And then we'll have that checkup and
they'll tell me the 12th of October is my next big one. So
big checkup.
Hopefully after the 12th of October I might have some more information.
So how have you actually been feeling? How's your heart been going?
The heart's been going not too bad. There's been a few little incidents, but nothing that's put me in hospital at all. And probably more just me having a bit of a panic sort of attack over it all.
So no runs of VT or anything like that, really?
Look, not that I've really felt. Like I said, I've heard it fluttering around, but I don't think it's any runs of VT.
Okay. So hoping the ablations are doing its job?
So far, yes.
So we don't really know what our lives are going to look like now. All we know is that we love travelling, we still want to keep travelling, but we really can't leave Brisbane until the specialists are happy with Cain, and then they've told us that we really have to stay near big major centres. So our whole travelling philosophy and life may be different and may change to what we thought it was going to be, but we're just going to make the best of it that we can and do as much as we can in where we feel safe and comfortable. So come along with us on this journey, because I think it's going to be a journey, and we'd love to share every bit, the good, the bad, the ugly, with you. But next week we have got lots to show you about all the things that you can get up to in Brisbane, even if you've got a severe heart condition. Come along and check it out. Catch you then.
Do you know the Muffin Man? Oh, do you know the Muffin Man? Oh, do you know the Muffin Man?
Just a random fact that nobody needed, but you're going to get. Walking up to the hospital and a raindrop falls down, goes straight down my shirt, down my bra. Like, seriously, how can a raindrop have that much accuracy? I'm actually impressed that it went all the way down. Seriously.